Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. And today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for beginners in Theme Park Tycoon. So first, I'm going to be covering a bunch of stuff in this video. Terrain, how to use primitives, how to make a money farm, how to use a sequencer, how to use buttons, how to make a roller coaster. It's going to be a lot, so you guys can skip to certain sections. I'm going to be doing it by a certain section. So you guys can just skip to the part that you need to know, or if you don't know anything, I suggest you watch the whole video. It might be boring, but it'll really help a lot. So first, let's do the money farm. Start a new game. So just skip the tutorial, and you want to delete all of this stuff. And you want to close the park first, and you want to make sure that the price goes down because the park value is very low. So some guests may complain of it being too costly for the actual price of the park. Okay, so now I have an extra $545. So you want to go to remove air. And this is for if you have disable collisions game pass. If you don't, then just build it above ground. Because once you start getting your park going, you can just remove it. But if you do have disabled collisions, then I'll do it underground. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, now we have our hole. I want to make the path that goes down. And then I'll have the path over here, okay? So for the roller coaster, I want to use some cheaper coasters, like Steel Coaster, Wild Mouse, and Junior. I would suggest only using like 1 or 2 Steel Coasters, because Steel Coaster costs more than 2 of these combined. So I'm not going to be using Steel Coaster. I'm only going to be using Junior Coaster and Wild Mouse Coaster. So just do it like that. Testing, it worked. Okay, so if it does that, you want to go to train length and bring it down to 2. And testing, it'll work. Just like that. I can build the entrance and exit. You can make that open, and path, you go to a queue path, just like that. Okay, so if you have to disable collisions, you can make a better money farm, because you can actually collide them like that. But if you don't, then just spread them out like that. You can only have a couple. You can only have like 3 or 4. Well, only 3, because you're going to be having a land ride also, which will attract more customers. So no, the same format. So once I'm done with the money farm, I'll be showing you guys how it looks like. Okay, so this is my finished money farm. I did put 1 steel coaster. You want to make the coasters cheaper, so more people will use them. And because the coasters are very short, some people complain of them being too costly. And yeah, here is the disable collisions money farm, and if you don't have that, you're just not going to have those coasters that are stuck between each other, which will make less, and right now it seems to be doing very bad, but it's normal actually. Just wait a bit and a lot of money will come, and also more people will come, like 50 to 60 people will come for just that little money farm, so it's definitely worth it. This is one of the best money farm strategies that I've done before. So there's the money farm. Like, just wait 10 minutes, more people will come, trust me. But I won't be waiting that long. So now I'm gonna be doing the coaster tutorial and the other tutorial. So now next is gonna be coaster tutorial. So if you don't know how to do roller coaster, I suggest you watch this part. Okay, so for the coaster, you don't want a roller coaster obviously. I'll just use a steel coaster for this demonstration. So this is the station segment. You can change the segments by clicking here straight, left, right, up, down, and whenever you're going up, you're gonna want to use chain lifts, unless you have enough momentum to go over the hill. Then don't waste your money on it, because 437, 364 cost like 113 more. Okay, so I wouldn't suggest you use chain lifts if you would want to save some more money. Well, you have to use it going up without any momentum at all first. But yeah, I'll just give a demonstration. So go up. You want to use chain lifts. Now, since we're going down, we have some momentum. Can make this hill without needing to use a chain lift. Okay, so now you guys know what chain lifts are. And you guys know how to change the direction of where the coaster is going. So now let's say you wanted to make a sharp turn, or just any turn at all. You would want to bank this a bit toward the opposite direction you're turning. So if you're turning right, you want to bank left. You don't want to bank like this. Bank just like that. Now, advanced editor tutorial. Here's the spherical. The roll is down there. So snappy no to the grid if so I'll give an example later, you guys will see. And reset node is like if you get really messed up here, you can reset it and it'll be back to normal. This is to filter through which way you want to go. So now the move spline, yeah, you can do some cool stuff with this. You can make nice, very nice hills with this and stuff. Let's go back to spherical. You can also choose different parts, such as chain lift. And you can make nice looking hills with advanced editor. Well, that's not very nice looking, but you guys play around with it. I bet you guys can do pretty cool stuff. And you can see here that I can't use basic editor, so you want to go to advanced editor, press snap no to grid, and just so ever slightly makes it go up a bit. And wait. So once you build that part, you can use the basic editor again. So that's going to be the coaster tutorial. Now going to be the terrain tutorial. So to edit terrain height, you can click on this waffle area here to minus and plus. You can play around it. Like, I suck with terrain, so I don't really use it that much. And oh, and also, by the way, if you guys didn't know, a coaster needs to have a start and a finish, which means that you can't just have the coaster going one way or so it'll crash and just magically teleport back. For people who didn't know, you actually gotta let it come back. So to have a paint terrain, you can paint it any color you want, and if you want it to go back to grass, just paint grass over that. Block manipulation. And then there's water, just like that. If you want to remove water, you just do that. And if you want to remove these blocks, you just do this. Okay, so now let's get onto the primitives. So with primitives, you can make detailed scenery and cool stuff. Like this tank, it's all using primitives. I use roof trim here, but otherwise it's basically all primitives, with exception for a couple things. Like you can make very detailed things, like not just tanks, of course, no one really cares about tanks, but you can make other very detailed stuff. and so I'm gonna be showing you guys how to use it. Like I can't really teach you guys how to, just more of showing you guys the parts. So there's snapping here, innate snapping, a fourth and a half. There's also precision build mode, which really helps if you're trying to be more precise versus before. And there's also many parts here that you wouldn't be able to do that you probably wouldn't be able to do with other things, such as walls or something. So now I'm gonna have a sequencer tutorial and a button tutorial. So sequencer over here, you can actually have many objects in the sequencer, unlike a button, which you could only have a limited amount. So with a sequencer, you can play things in your own order, and you know, you can just schedule things also. Like if you want that TNT to explode 2 seconds after the first TNT. So I'll just use lights instead, neon lights. Let's get the whatever. I just want to get a good, yeah, neon lights. Let's do that and get a sequencer. Okay, right there. Okay, so now I want to get some more, like maybe 4. Okay, thanks man. Yeah, he got a display name, so that's pretty cool. So in order to use a sequencer, you can drag and click. So that would be the first one that plays. This will be the, why is this so big? This will be the, I'll just scooch it. This will be the second second one that plays. Whoops. This will be the third one, and that'll be the fourth one that plays. So let's play it. Oh, well, that was why, because it was at 500%. See, and that works just like that, and you can change your own lights and stuff. Okay, now there's the buttons. Buttons are good for like doing light switches and on and off things, like turning on smoke and turning off smoke. Let's add something, that right there, and that'll be on. Go here, add, and that'll be off. So if we press that button, that'll go on, then that goes off. And, oh, whoops, wait, I did 2 lights. I was supposed to do 2. I gotta change it, so add that light, and that'll be off. You can change the time duration that it's gonna be off, and then press that and it turns black, and press that, it turns blue. So yeah, it's gonna be my tutorial for you guys. See you guys.